song "What Up Though" off my second album, JLE World. I own the music and rights to it. Don't mute on Facebook. I'm your host, JLE, my co-host Jerome. We're gonna be talking about today a few videos and Super Bowl. Because
That's what.
everybody got a party they doing or something.
Hey, that's what we're gonna be talking about. What's up, good people? Hope everybody out there safe. Jeff just put me on notice that the D got some snow and everything, so everybody drive safely. We want you to be around, not just for the day, but every day.
Man, bump the show some more snow. Damn. They don't cry too much. Now the first video Jerome has sent me was from Eight at the Table. A stay-at-home wife secretly stashes $750 a month from husband's money. Now this is the crazy part of the video. He got laid off, and instead of her saying, "Well, I was taking money for a rainy day. We got 45,000 to sit on," he went and got two more jobs, and she ain't said nothing. I was shocked. Wow. You gonna let that man work 16 hours a day and not let him know we good? Shake my head, man. Like, what's going on with 25?
It's crazy, Jeff, because I don't think people really realize it, man. Men really don't. I mean, you get some men. I won't say all men. I won't generalize all men. But when we talking about street dudes, corporate America dudes, people who was raised in the church, let's just give it, let's just say 65%. 65% of the dudes out there, when they say I do, they looking for that ride or die, that person that's going to have their back. They're going to be supportive. They're going to do the right thing every single time. I say it on here a lot. Jeff always laugh when I say it, but if somebody wanted an opponent, as the young folks would say, the ops, you would just go out there and sleep with the enemy. You don't expect your enemy to come from your own household. It's sad because it messes up trust out here today when it comes to dating. Because here this man is making, when he was doing good, you stashing away that kind of bread. And how many years did she do it, Jeff?
She did it for about 5 years.
So if you do the math on that, I mean, you could have easily had, what was it, about?
I think about 45,000.
Yeah, I'm about to say about 45 G's. Excuse me. So when you do the math on that, you could have had 45 G's. You could have said, "Hey, honey," she didn't even have to say the whole truth. Like, he was putting away for herself, but she could have easily said, "Hey, don't worry. What I did is I was stashing away this kind of money for a windy day. And I didn't tell you because of XYZ. That would have lifted that man's spirits in that moment.
Yeah.
Here it is. He's still being a man, providing,
Mm-hmm.
Showing his love for you, protecting, you and things like that. He out there busting his butt with two jobs, and your trifling self up here stashing that cash for yourself just in case he want to get rid of you. Come on, man. Like, we talk about operating in fear or operating in power and authority all the time. If you're going to operate in fear, just go ahead and sign the dotted line. Don't even waste his time, because you operate like an op. If the man was looking, men married for a teammate. We're not looking for an opponent. It's not a 1 versus 1. No. This is a 2 versus 1, meaning the one is the enemy. You don't need to be the man's enemy. He got to deal with a lot every day just being a man in this world. And here you are, you going to do that type of stuff to the brother. Come on, man.
And men expect what you were doing when y'all were dating. They expect that to continue once y'all sign that paper and put some rings on your hand. Because ultimately, nothing changed except you did right in the eyes of God. Y'all are legit now. It's legal. So if you was running bathwater, massaging the shoulders type stuff, you don't stop because you're a wife and you talk to people most likely not married or with a real dude who gonna be saying, "Why you doing all that? You married to him now. You got him. You ain't got to put that work in." Yes, you do. That's why you got the ring.
Mm-hmm.
And if you listen to these people that ain't happily married, one of them might want your man, or some of them might want your man, or two. At some point, he's going to get rid of you. Hopefully, he go to counseling in the past, whatever, and be honest and say, "Look, when I married her, she was doing A, B, C, D, E, and I asked her, don't change that. That's why you here. Don't remix this thing. I said pizza. I ain't say hot dogs. Don't talk to your stupid friends who ain't got a good man." And I'm sorry, but a lot of these females are stupid because the blind lead the damn blind. You married to a real one. They ain't got a real one. They got Pookie. Why are you listening to them fools? They can't help you. If they was a good friend, they would tell you, y'all need to go to counseling. That's the best thing they can tell you. They can't tell you what to do because they still trying to figure it out. So listening to them and you stop giving him pizza, keep on.
You know what's crazy, Jeff, is for those who do the premarital counseling, they tell you keep y'all in-house issues and things in-house.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get to talking outside, you talking to your homeboys, your family, she talking to her girls, her family. You know how many people probably giving you some sound advice? Probably 1%.
Mm-hmm.
Because they guess what? They've been your ride or die before you said I do to that person. You know, it's very few people who actually out there that's married to somebody that was a childhood friend, grew up, everybody knew them. They treat the person like family from the beginning. Most of the time, you get in somebody who either they knew from high school, met out and about, met in college, or just total strangers dating online and things of that nature, or through a mutual friend. But come on, man, you can't operate in this form, shape, or fashion because it's it's just not a good look. Like you said, it's like if you're gonna do that, man, I just think she should have been woman enough to bring that up to him a lot earlier, especially when my man was saying, "Hey, I'm about to go and do two jobs to fend for this household." You out there letting that man bust his butt, knowing that you sitting on 45 G's.
Mm-hmm.
I just think, man, that was wrong right there.
Yeah.
You know, him being a good dude to even do that.
And like I had a situation a while back where me and my wife had went to my homeboy and his fiance birthday thing. And she asked if she could drink something. I was checking to make sure that she eat something. Because the backstory was she would overindulge and I'm up dealing with alcohol poisoning before I gotta go to work. So yeah, I'm adamant on did you eat something? I ain't got time to deal with that early in the morning because don't self-inflict yourself. I can see it was weekend, okay, cool, but I gotta go to work in the morning. I ain't got a lot of days I can take off. But if you jacked up, I'm gonna have to make sure you good. So I let her find out, oh, she think you control her. And I got offended, like, what? Controlling? Because I know what I'm gonna have to deal with if she didn't do the proper things to make sure she good before she take a drink. Like a good husband should do. But you're an outsider looking at it and you think that's controlling because she asks, can she get something to drink? No, that's respect because we didn't dealt with something already that you don't know about. And you ain't gonna have your ass up at 2:00 in the morning when she throwing up, making sure you get something to put on the stomach, she drinking enough fluids, and you seeing, okay, how this go? We might need to go to emergency. I'm gonna deal with that. So yeah, there's a zero tolerance. So nah, I gotta go make money. We ain't got time for no shit like this. You want to get drunk as hell? Cool, weekend. And I'm asking what's going on with you because we gotta go to work in the morning. This affects the money. What are we talking about?
Hey, but you know, in that moment, what you was doing was what a husband is supposed to do. You're protecting her, even though you knowing I won't be around to tend to you if you're not feeling so well the next morning. Hangover, headache, stomach ache, all of the things that can come along with, you know, overindulging and partaking in those drinks irresponsibly, meaning you didn't eat properly. Um, you know, oh, this is Kool-Aid. How many times we done heard that? Oh, this is just Kool-Aid. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, things like that. So you was doing the right thing, man. And
and the funny part, my homeboy explained that to her, and she still had that. Nah, that's just control now. At that moment, I'm thinking to myself, you ain't never had nobody that gave a fuck about you like that. They just let you do whatever and be out here just bad. Because that's not what I was taught by the old school. A man take care of home. You don't have your girl ass out drunk as hell and sick, and you just looking at her. What kind of fool is you? You a man or you a boy? You make sure your girl good. And if I got to, hey, I can't come in today. I got to take care of home. I'm going to be pissed, but this is what I said these vows for. Because I think a lot of people get up there and just wanted to show off that they got married. But they ain't heard a damn thing that pastor said on these vows. Because if they heard that stuff, you're trying to protect your woman. You ain't going to let her go out here drunk as hell. And if you know she got homegirls that get down like that and don't look out for her, you're going to be saying, no, you ain't going out with them hoes. They don't care about you. And dudes be snatching women up, raping, all that. Nah, you ain't going with none of them. What you want to drink, I go get it. We can do that thing here. But you ain't going with them. Because they ain't going to look out for you. That's what men do. Hey, boys just let her go out here and Lord forbid find out, oh, we left. Where's she at? Oh, I think she's still there. Now you rushing, hopefully she's still there.
Right.
When your first thoughts was, don't let her go with them.
You know, that's what people always say, follow your first mind, and things like that. They go, John, what up, though, bro?
What up, big bro?
Hey, you telling the truth, man. I don't know if you've been in any situations like that, Jeff, but I remember in college, it was one incident where we went to like a Greek party, and the girl had got so messed up. I'm like, hey, I got to make sure she gets back to the dorm and everything. So everybody's like, okay, cool, you know, help her get to the car. And I remember when I took her to the room, it was like I had to pretty much sneak her through the fire escape, because if I would have came through the front door, they got the cameras right there. They got everything. It would have made it look like I drugged the girl. That really is what it would look like. So, and I had to go up the fire escape, get her into a room. I had her key. I had to write a note like, hey, when you wake up in the morning, I told her roommate, like, hey, when she get up in the morning, I have all her stuff over in the room. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to make sure she was good. Man, I don't know what would have happened to the girl. She might have been good, but maybe not. But my thing was she rolled with me, and I'm looking like I'm not about to be hearing those stories the next day.
Bro. Girl. We had a coolie event at 24 Karat on Schaefer in Finkel years ago. And one of our former classmates, she was drunk as hell. I was shocked. Like, dang, she drink like this? And I'm watching everybody. Everybody kind of cool, but she was a little overindulgent. And then I started seeing dudes that didn't look right looking at her like, oh, no. Y'all ain't going to hit a lick on this one. So I had her, because she was sitting with us already, like, hey, okay, you eat something? Like, no, we need to get some food. We need to get you some water for the next hour. We need to balance you out. And they was like, "What you doing?" Like, my man Elgin was there. He was like, "I see what you're doing. Like, yeah, I'll make sure she get home safely because I see cats in here looking like you're gonna be on that date rape bullshit." I want to talk that from the old school.
No, hey, you got to peep it, man. You people always roast me when I say this, but I call it the Pills Cosby drink. You don't want that Pills Cosby drink. Uh, and when you see something that don't look right, man, you got to do the right thing, and it just make you feel right the next day, that night before you lay down and go to sleep. If you see something like that, whether it's somebody or total strangers, just you see something like that, man, you got to speak up.
And it's unfortunate that, I know we're in the tech world, but street rules apply everywhere. And something females, if you're watching this, don't ever walk away from your drink. Don't ever do that because someone will put something in there.
Without having somebody watching it for you, basically.
And really observe your homegirls. Are they the ones that's going to be protective if you a little too sloppy drunk? Or they going to be making, oh, look at this girl, she all drunk. And they ain't thinking too much about nothing they damn self. Don't be around people like that. Drink at home. Because dudes are out here kidnapping women for sex trafficking or work trafficking, or they want to date rape. And they be watching who they try to do that with. That's disgusting, but there's some bums out here on that. So it's better to go to the crib and wild out. You ain't worry about nothing. You ain't got to drink, drive, and you good. Now, the other video we watched that was kind of powerful. There was a lot of black leaders, including, I forgot his name for the moment.
Oh, Lord. Hey, Minister Farrakhan.
There we go. And they were talking about, basically back in the day, they kept asking for justice, jobs, and rights. And it's like, that's what we keep fighting for. When we're going to say, you know what, we got to figure this out ourselves. And I'm like, you know what, he got a point. Every time I look up, there's a protest about the same stuff for the last 50 years. Maybe we do need to look at that a little differently. Your thoughts?
Man, I always tell everybody, believe what you want to believe when it comes to your faith beliefs. But one thing I have always admired in Malcolm X, with the Nation of Islam, Minister Farrakhan, is these people are well versed when it comes to the Bible and the Quran. They're well knowledgeable into what's going on in civil rights and the lack thereof of what we're dealing with in our communities. Mm-hmm. So when he was saying that, I seen that, I said, man, and actually, believe it or not, that actually was probably, it may even be 3 or 4 years old now.
They do look older. But it's still...
But it's relevant. It's relevant.
Still relevant in 25.
It's relevant. And so my take on it is, he was right, man. We keep on looking to the government to help us out, because I guess the Emancipation Proclamation, the 40 acres and a mule, you look at it, here we are, a totally different generation. We've never seen the 40 acres and a mule. So will it ever happen? Probably not. So at this point, we got to stop leaning on the government to help us out. And we got to come up with a different action plan.
Yeah.
We got to come up with a different action plan. I don't know, honestly, if that's going to be everybody just kind of targeting the Magic Johnsons of the world, the Oprahs of the world, your billionaires, and really come up with a game plan. Like, hey, this is what we're asking you to do. Not no handouts. I think that's part of the problem is a lot of people think it'll be a handout situation. Like when they came out with the WIC and everything, it's for women and children. That's why they came out with that name, and everything. But as time went on You
And
know,
originally, the Black Panther Party started
yeah,
that.
that's what I'm saying. That's where they started that, and they was the ones that was. That's why when you go back to your history, the gang members was the ones that was over managing the funds for those things when it came to those communities until they started, having all kind of different things get busted up because of the scams on the inside. But they was running those things behind the scenes. So we got to get back to unity, number one, because right now, everybody looking at each other like, do I trust Jeff? Do I trust this person? We got to
And
get
even
to some unity and really come up with that plan of action.
and ever since they create like that crowd source or GoFundMe's, we don't need to really ask all these rich Black people because let's be real, they're part of the establishment and they might be locked in too deep to even try to help their people. They might lose their money. Because if they really was, they would have did it already, in my opinion. I mean, we got maybe, let's say, 20 billionaires, 150 Black millionaires. Y'all could have been made a chain of grocery stores, the stuff you do need to live. Y'all could have been done that if y'all truly wanted to. But does that benefit you? Probably not. So why would you want to waste your money to help others? There's some stuff you would do. But the real stuff that like a Dr. Umar talks about, which is real, the basic things you need, we don't own. We don't own food. We don't own lights, gas, water, banks. There's a few Black independent banks, but you can't name off the top of your head like 10 Black banks you can go to where we're separate but equal. Like the Black Wall Street had everything they needed was within their little area. And that's why it was destroyed by some jealous white people, unfortunately, because they couldn't believe this little 3-block area you had this much wealth amongst these people. But I don't know what the numbers was back then, but if we waste 1.3 trillion a year now, they was probably wasting the equivalent of that back then. But they realized, let's put that amongst ourselves. And you had the dry cleaners, the laundromat, all that stuff in their own little area, and like, dang, that could have been a model that is everywhere. Where I ain't got to go to the suburbs to get something nice because we got it in the neighborhood and we keep it up. That'd be a problem because everybody know we waste 1.3 trillion a year. And like when Kwame was mayor, he wanted to do African town, and everybody screamed racism, this and that, and people bought into it. But what they didn't pay attention to, all them other cultures that we go to for services, know we waste 1.3 trillion a year with them. Imagine that 1.3 is only spent amongst the Black culture. That's a lot of people making money, creating generational wealth. And that's a lot of companies going out of business because other cultures don't waste their money on stuff they know is made overseas for $2. Other cultures buy Jordans because we say Jordans is something you need to have, or you ain't got swag. It's a $2 shoe. But we start buying Jordans probably be $20.
You know what's deep about this conversation is I was talking to a Jewish lady, and she was telling me how they operate in their community, and she said that they bounce their dollar in their community 7 times before it ever leaves outside of their community.
To look at that.
7 times.
And so that was Black Wall Street back in the day.
Yeah, and she said they make their own clothes. So if you're not the person that is the seamstress, you know somebody in that community that makes the clothes, and you just go buy those things. So they're not out there trying to get the lavish name clothing, the purses, everything that they operate with as a woman and as a man is handmade in their communities. And like I said, they spend their dollar 7 times before it bounces outside. And she asked me a real question that at the time I couldn't even answer. And I told her, I said, she said, when it comes to Black Americans, she said, where's you guys' wealth? And I said, individually, I said, some people might have life insurances and things like that. But I said, as a whole, we really don't have it. And she said that's been our issue. Is she said not having that whole life and life insurance. When loved ones has passed in the past, that generational wealth hasn't been able to be passed down. And so she said that our generation, the Gen Xers, we got to be the ones that wake up and make sure that we're the ones leaving that generational wealth behind, because a lot of our counterparts, that's how they got their businesses started. Grandfather passed away, left X amount of dollars. Each grandchild got 100,000, 200,000, whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. That may not sound like a lot of money in today's world, but let's just say this was in 2000.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
That's still cheap.
I mean, you think about it. You say you already got your house. It's paid off. You could do a lot with 250,000. Say he left a meal to 4 grandkids. Each one of them get 250, a quarter of a meal. You could have started whatever business you wanted to start. Get all the equipment that you doing the podcast, all the equipment you need right there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? All the different events you need to go to right there. So it's kind of like, that's going to be the first thing. I guess we can, this being Black History Month, I would say get with Kia and see when she can come on and really talk about that financial literacy, because that's something that's missing in our community as a whole. People understanding the value of a dollar and how to get a return on your investment.
Well, I think we understand money a little bit in our community, but we place our wealth of value on, I don't look poor. A person will have Balayo, whatever the hell that name is, on some Jordans, some other famous designer's belt or something on, and they're wearing $5,000. But in our culture, unfortunately, man, they doing all right for themselves. They shining. And in my honest opinion, they look like a fucking idiot. You got $5,000 on you when you could have invested that in anything, any stock. Put it up. Clothes and all that don't make the man. You make you. Mm-hmm. You could have went to Target and got some gear. But if you believe in yourself, your confidence up, you can pull any baddie out here. And you only got 150 on. Because you want to think like a rich person. Bill Gates ain't walking around with $5,000 on unless he going to a high price event with a suit to make more money. His day to day, he had Old Navy. What I'm walking around with $5,000 on, but I don't have a paid off house, a paid off car. I don't have a year's salary in the savings and checking. So if anything happened, I'm good. But to a female that walk by, they gonna see all this name brand garbage on, and they like, "Ooh, I'm gonna get him son. He's shining," but he really not. So she dig a little deeper and realize he barely got $10 in the bank. The moment he gets some money, he buys some more of this crap that costs $2 overseas. But we put our wealth on clothes and shoes and belts and hats.
Don't forget the cars.
Yeah, cars. Yeah, that's next. You probably afford a $25,000 car, not giving $100,000. Do you know what the car insurance on that going to be a month? And you lived in that vehicle, but you shining, you getting the women. And as long as we keep that, well, I ain't broke because I can buy this, we're going to be at a deficit financially. Until we start thinking like billionaires who will go to a thrift store or Old Navy and just get something decent to walk around in and major money making things to close the deal, get their power suit, power dress. That's where you spend your money on. Or your house so you can resell it. But day to day, you walk around with 5,000 on. What the hell are you trying to prove? That you ain't broke. What your bank account look like? What your stock portfolio look like? That's where you're not broke. But when you talk like this, are you hating? You ain't down with the culture? Fuck the culture. It's bullshit anyway. I mean, we're gonna be this Uncle Jeff moment. All that is bullshit. And I had old school cats tell me that. It's better to have money saved than letting other people know you got money, because there's some people that'll rob you in your area. Or kill you for them shoes in that Versace, whatever. Now, if you got your stuff together that you want to do, cool. But a lot of my black folks ain't got their stuff together where they can go buy that stuff. They don't. But they don't want to show that I can't get it. Because they want to follow the trend. Real leaders make the damn trend.
Yeah. Hey.
I mean, think about this. When we were in high school in the 90s, Snoop came out in early 90s, 91, 92, 93. He was rocking Chuck Taylors. You would got laughed at in Detroit wearing some damn Chuck Taylors. Oh, you broke as hell. But because Snoop wore them shoes, by the time we were seniors in 96, them things like $50 out here. And people were wearing Chuck Taylors.
Hey, you bring up a good point, man. You bring up a good point, man. It's funny how I remember coming up as a kid, and Pumas was shoes that people would roast you on.
Yeah.
I'm talking about you came into the school with the Pumas, like you might well got the Pro Wings from Payless.
Yeah.
I remember that was like the shoe people looking at you like, man, you couldn't get no Adidas. Like buy Adidas with Run DMC, you couldn't get the Nikes. You couldn't go over there and get the Reeboks. Like that, they ain't get no respect. And then out of nowhere, they took off.
Mm-hmm.
Once they took off, you start seeing people rocking them. And I'm like, wait a minute. You tell me Puma actually then came to where they actually getting some respect on their name out here in these streets.
Historical fact, Luz came out, I think our senior year. You go to the mall, get some Luz like $50, $40. You like, what the hell is a Luz? Oh, something like a Rockport shoe? Okay, whatever. You fast forward a few years to rappers, everybody start wearing them. That same shoe, was $150 now. Like, someone famous must have wore it. Now it added a trend to it.
Yeah,
now they making money.
That upsell went up quick on certain brands. Like I said, all it takes certain people to wear it. Ball game.
Mm-hmm. And I used to laugh seeing people wearing Chuck Taylor, like, because Snoop wore them, y'all rocking Chuck Taylors. A $10 shoe that now I see $50 to $60 at the mall. Like, wow.
Yeah, they took off.
They was almost throw snowball at you. Oh, you broke wearing some Chuck Taylor, but Uncle Snoop wore them. You cool. I mean, we gotta start liking ourselves, man, our own swag and style. Stop following the trend.
Yeah, we gotta, go away from the material things, possessions. Outside of if you're trying to flip houses and you're doing things like that, that's a plus. You're gonna get a return on your investment. I always tell everybody, take that same hustling mindset. You was out there on the streets, on the block, slanging the rocks. Do that with the houses. you'll see a bigger return and it's legal. You know?
Now for the people out here, but Jeff, you don't really rock nothing anyway. I rock my own style and I'm cool with it. I'm a cool ass nerd. That's my style. What it is.
Hey,
you can't tell me different.
So what are you? Since you talk about style, if you was going to the mall today or online today, what shoes are you buying outside of something that's within your price range? What are you looking for?
I would probably get some shoes that could be casual. So I learned this hanging out with a homeboy Tom. I need to be able to go to any event with what I got on. So I might want to look more boys to being like a polo shirt, some casual pants, some casual shoes. Because we used to hang out the club early millennium. Man, I gotta go home. I'm like, okay. I need to wear somewhere. What if this was a business opportunity? You ain't prepared. So I need to wear whatever I'm going to wear that I can blend in any environment. So casual stuff, call it preppy boys men. I'm ready for anything that come across me. I ain't got to go home and get some other shoes or a shirt. I'm already cool.
I like that. For me, I won't say the brand. I'll tell you offline because people ain't gonna be making the price jack up on me. But you know how Kohans, they have the dress shoes that's like sneakers.
Okay.
Yeah. I like to invest in those, and I typically like to get black and then like that light brown color because you can wear that pretty much with everything. So whenever that brown don't match what I'm wearing, I put on the black ones. If it's other one, you wear that, you know, that way you're good. You ain't wearing the hard bottoms, but if you're going out to a nice place, they can't turn you around talking about you got on sneakers. So it's a win-win situation. So I like to keep those on deck. So I make sure they intact. And like I said, I got to keep that price under the radar. So I ain't gonna say it on here so people go out there and I'm paying $150 tomorrow. Nope.
And once I get this weight down, I'm that Old Navy. I'm gonna be a billionaire one day. I want to do what they do. Now, if you like to dress flashy, that's cool. Do you? But don't do that detriment to your budget. Mm-hmm. That's when, in my opinion, you're an idiot. You really can't afford it right now, but you about to get it. You need to wait.
I just feel like we got so many outlets for you to go out there and, for me, I was always into. I don't have to have the most name brand item on the thing. I was all about just being clean. That was just the thing. Like it's like, hey, you give me a 2 for $50. I remember when Boss was real big at one point.
I remember that.
Eddie Bauer was real big.
Yeah.
I was always just getting the stuff that wasn't necessarily popular to everybody at our school per se, but it was popular to me because I just wanted to be different. I was the Sesame Street kid. Like we got the 2 boxes here. I was the one in the corner doing his own thing.
Mm-hmm. And when I was out here chasing women, I was chasing the cream of the crop with some casual stuff on that didn't cost $300 on. I was waiting $300. I might go to concert on type of events, but I had casual gear on. But you couldn't tell your boy nothing. I was dead. You couldn't tell me I wasn't sweet. So once I talked to her, I can talk about any damn thing. I'm going to captivate her. Like, damn, this dude, he can hold my attention, and I'll make it laugh. You gonna have a good time.
You was on your grown man.
I remember when I'd have my Mustang, my baby luxury, miss her. I get another one. They just had them little cheap plastic door handles. Wintertime out here, they would break. I was going out with this bad one. For God, she probably should have been ex-wife or something. But I'm like, hey, the park come in when I was working at the dealership. Nah, Jay, you still going to date? Like, yeah. But you got to climb through the hatchback. So, man, you going to do, yup. Because I'm letting her to prove my love, girl. You so fine, I'm going to do this. And it was an icebreaker that I would climb through the hatchback, open her door, let her in. She opened my door. We're gonna have a great day. She's like, you really? Yeah. The other option was we're not gonna go. And then he looked at me like I'm a bum. Like, okay, he said he all about his word. He's man of my word. And so old school cats like, man, that's a player right there. He old school. He ain't let them door handle stop his. Like, no, sir. She too fine for that. We're gonna make this thing work. Like the 18, baby, we figure it out. Now some cats today, man, I ain't going out. That's showing her effort, bro. That you don't mind if people going like, this dude, we climbed through that. That's right. I jump in the ocean for this girl. She worth it. Because right now, get some cool points while you laughing at your boy. So you laugh while you won't. I'm looking at her like, dang, this dude. She got a story to tell a girl. This dude was climbing through the hatchback to take you on a date. Where y'all go? Somewhere. We went somewhere nice. Like, oh. So he didn't mind all that to take you somewhere nice, have a good time. Even the girl gonna say, hey, I don't know if me dude's gonna climb the hatchback for my ass. I just gave free game. I need cash at me. Just like y'all cats. Y'all don't believe in love. You don't want to. Nah, it's grown man business. You do what you do.
Yeah, man,
grown man business. For real. Now, Super Bowl. Everybody gonna have a party or something they doing. My homeboy, we've been having tradition since 05. We would do something. We're still keeping it going. We'll be at his house this year. Then we have base stuff, chicken, chips, stuff like that. Maybe a beer. What you eating?
This year I won't be going to one of the parties that I've been invited to. So
okay.
What we'll have is we'll do the little nacho dip because the kids love that.
Okay.
So we usually get the turkey meat and you crumble it up, you season it the way you want, and you put it into the I don't know whoever's like what'd you say the little block cheese.
Okay.
Whether you using the Velveeta or whatever brand you want to use, and you put it into your crock pot and you let it melt the cheese. Once the cheese melts, you put your meat in. Boom.
Nice.
So you can make usually you can have the option to make it into nachos and you put your meat on top, or you could do what we call walking tacos.
Got you. Nice.
So you take the walking tacos, the little bitty, what used to be 25-cent Doritos, lay it horizontal and cut it across. So you crumble up the chips and you put your meat on top and you can walk around the party and be eating.
Nice.
Yeah, so so we did that because with kids you got to get something that they can't mess up. So
yeah,
you got to get something keep it simple.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have that. I got to get on the grill, believe it or not, tomorrow. I get on the grill and make the wings and turkey burgers.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'll do that. We actually do the sliders. Like you go to the restaurant, they got the little sliders, the little smaller joints. I'll do that, and then what else? There's something else. We'll have like the finger foods. I usually do like the Italian sandwiches, but we make them into like little sliders. So all you gotta do is just keep walking by and grab you a couple of them, put them on your plate, keep it moving.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I try to do, bro.
I know one year my homeboy had some money, and I didn't really have much. Be like, man, look, I got it. We're gonna keep tradition going. What we eating? Like, well, it was a nice day. Like, we could barbecue. That'll cut it down quicker. Well, we're gonna barbecue. Like, all right. We had shish kebabs, ribs, chicken, burgers, dogs. And at the time, my wife was like, y'all not about to barbecue for the Super Bowl. Like, it ain't always warm in Detroit. It's 40 degrees.
Yeah.
This is one of the times, I think the second time Eli beat Tom Brady. And I had that apartment where the patio, first floor, I'm right here. Like, that's easy work. Man, I think Doug came through. My mom. Think somebody else, man. We was grubbing. Like, thank the Lord on this one. This is a good day. That I'm eating ribs watching Super Bowl. I'm like, I think someone else called, like, why didn't you tell me about, like, last minute he hit me out. I wasn't doing nothing. Had no money. But he had it, like, so this gonna keep going. All right, keep party going.
Yeah, no, that's pretty cool. I've been seeing people now, they got like, it's similar to like a Keurig machine, but you get these little pods
Mm-hmm.
and it'll mix your drink for you.
Okay.
Yeah, like, so like, say like somebody like Jack and Coke, boom. Uh, rum and Coke, gin and juice, whatever your forte is, they
Gotcha.
mix it up for you. So it's a lot of little things you can use with this technology. I just say just drink responsibly.
Yeah. So I know at the house, I think it was the first time San Fran and Kansas City played each other. Man, this big table I sit at, we had a spread of shit. We had, I think we had some barbecue stuff, some briskets, sandwiches, chicken, and some other stuff, and some drink, pot, water, whatever. Things Coronas. Like, dang, well, we got a spread for real. Y'all gotta take some stuff home. Literally the whole, like, half the table was food, other half was the plates and drink. Like, damn, we ain't done this in a while. But we ate good.
You know what's funny? What I noticed is whenever I go to a actual party, I don't never get to see the commercials. But if I'm at home, I get to see the commercial. Like, because you at a party, everybody talking, everybody just moving around. You see the commercial, but you're not hearing it. So when I'm at home, I'll be able to actually see the commercial. The last couple of years, they've been hit or miss. So hopefully we'll have some good commercials this year.
I mean, they used to be dope when we was coming up, but now it might be maybe 3 or 4 that's cool, but the rest of it, like, what the hell?
I remember that one year they had the one. One of the funniest was they had it was 2. They had the Doritos one. My man came to take the little boy's mom out on a date. He's like, "Hey, what's up, little man?" Little boy playing a video game. My man went to grab one of the Doritos, and the little boy slapped and said, "Put it back."
I remember that one. Hey, I remember the Bud Bowl they used to do. Those used to be funny.
Oh yeah, the Bud Bowls, yeah.
They had the liquor bottles playing football.
They were playing football. Hey, but you remember the one when they did the Bud versus Bud Light, and they had the zebra as the referee, and he was looking at the video, the replay, and it was like, "Well, we're gonna be here for a while."
Yep. Then you had the Bugs Bunny and Jordan ones that led to that Space Jam movie after a while.
Yeah,
those were hilarious.
They had some good ones. What was them cats' name that did the "What's Up" like "What's up" when they answered the phone?
I don't know who them cats was.
Yeah,
but they were funny with it because in wrestling, the Dudley Boys started doing it when they do a move up the top rope. Like, oh, that's from the Super Bowl commercial. you have forgot about it.
Yeah, those are some classic ones right there. Like so who you think? What you think of the game itself, man? What you looking forward to?
Well, we would keep it honest here. Will the referees help Kansas City again or let them play?
Oh, here you go, folks. We need the horn right there. We need the DJ horn.
Oh, hold
on. Jeff Gasson, we got to play that, what he just said. You got to run that back. Did y'all hear what this man just said? He said, if the refs allow them to play. I know you lying, man. I'm speaking on behalf of those Kansas City fans out there. They saying to you, I know you lying.
I feel like my man. Got my sound effect. Here we go. Hold on.
Uh-oh. Oh, my goodness.
I said it.
So So tell me what brings you to that synopsis there, sir?
I've seen two videos on TikTok from more of an aerial view. I couldn't find the first one I saw where they had a line where the first down would be, and they showed him leaping over. He crossed it 3 times. That's why that referee straight down from him said first down. They had another one kind of showing a upward view and where the line was at, and he crossed it more than once.
Mm.
So this referee saw this. That's why he said first down. And all them other clowns come over there saying, no, he ain't get it. But y'all got all these people in New York and all of these aerial views that clearly show the dude got it 3 attempts. Each time he got a first down. But y'all didn't want to give it to him. Why? Because y'all want to look at Taylor Swift? That's bringing in more viewers. Y'all have a history-making moment for them to three-peat that's never happened. Like, come on, bro. And it's going to come out. The world we live in now, someone's going to eventually tell the truth that, yeah, we were cheating for them. Like, and even with that same play, there was another video I saw where most of Kansas City was lined up offsides.
Wow.
The dude is damn near touching the center helmet. I'm like, yeah, these dudes, I ain't noticed that watching. They are offsides. They ain't call that.
Mm.
So don't, and it's so egregious. We're like, you think we stupid, like, man, we ain't gonna try to hide. At least back in the day, you try to hide it. Like back in the day, everybody knew in Denver they gonna link the chains, get a first down. New England, they would do a little funny business for them. Spygate, they destroyed the Grodell destroyed the evidence of them filming everybody walked through during the Super Bowl. That's why they knew everybody played them first 3 Super Bowls they won. That people don't want to talk about with Tom Brady. And personally, he should go in second ballot for all that damn cheating they did. And this is real. Go look it up. Grodell destroyed the evidence. It was that bad.
Mm.
I had to be cheating. So here it is. Now you got your new darling Kansas City with Taylor Swift over here. And they're a great team. They don't need the help. They could have beat Bill straight up like, dog. You ain't, to me, knowing the referees is the 12th man, y'all suck. Jimmy Johnson Cowboys didn't need no help. They came and beat your ass. So what Philly need to do is watch the Super Bowl when Tom Brady brought his Avengers to Tampa and they beat their ass. If they not up by 20, you're going to see some bull jabbing calls in the second half. Out. They cheating. They're going to have to blow them out to where there can't be no way you can help them out. We got the leaders too far. You are flat out cheating if this lead start dropping. I guarantee if it's close, they're going to start cheating.
So before I give you my take, let's say the refs play it fair. What's your score?
If they play it fair, the way that defense believe in Saquon running like Marshawn Lynch, I could see 40 to 17, 23.
Mm. Okay. So my take is I'm almost piggybacking off of what you're saying. I always tell everybody football more than basketball because basketball you got to play both ways. Football offense, the offensive players is usually not the defensive players unless it's that one in a kind. Deion, Primetime, Travis Hunter type players that can play both ways. Charles Woodson. I feel like, man, when you get out there, you got to make it count. We can't get called for offsides on defense. When you're on that side of the ball, you can't get called for false starts when you're on the offensive side. So I just say Jalen Hurts need to go out there and have a flawless game. Don't go out there throwing pick sixes. Don't go out there trying to reinvent the wheel. And I'll say that. Let's not reinvent the wheel, man.
This the wrong brother wrong.
Hey, let's not
This
reinvent
for
the
you,
wheel.
dog.
You know what I'm saying? We
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 gotta do
want
Undertaker for you, man.
hey, we want to see this thing go down. That dude got the sound.
Still gotta
Hey,
do sound effects for you.
no, hey, no. I'm just saying, Jeff. At the end of the day,
Want to see a good game?
you want to see a good game. Most people, we don't have a dog in the fight. Those, coming from the D who really Lions fans. But at the end of the day, it's a lot of people out there tired of seeing my homie get there. They looking at it like we want to see somebody else win this thing. But for me this year, I'm going for Saquon Barkley in particular.
Yeah, he sounds like a leader when he's doing interviews. Like, I wanted a championship. Like, oh, this dude hungry.
The way the man was treated up there in NY with the Giants,
Mm-hmm.
it's almost like a resurgent of a dead body in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Because dude wasn't doing what he was doing last year over there with those guys. He come over here with a franchise like that who has rings under their belt and got a quarterback that he believes in and believes in him. And man, he go out there like the last game when they was playing the Commanders. He looked at him and said, "Watch this." He told him what it was about to happen.
Now, keep in mind, because I had this issue with Marte. Before he got hurt, this is how he was playing. They was trying to make him a face of the league.
Oh no, yeah, he definitely.
Then he got hurt.
He hurt
They
him. Yeah.
decided to put their money behind Daniel Jones, who's a bum, and he went away. Now he healed, and he back to being that dude where, yeah, he can run off a 70-yard touchdown real quick. You get the room.
Hey, this dude, the next best thing I done seen since Barry Sanders, man. Cause this dude, I mean, he
Mm-hmm.
with that 50-yarder with ease.
And it was with ease what he was doing. Like, ooh,
Yeah, it's scary. Scary.
Ooh.
I heard y'all show last night. You made a good point. Last time you seen that was the Denver Broncos when they had T.O.
Yeah. Terrell Day was a monster. You had
T.O. TD.
You had that running back for the Ravens, the dude Lewis, when they won in 2000. I mean, some great teams that won when their defense was dominant, they had a running back that made them believe, like, oh, we got this because he about to run and pound them to the ground. As long as the quarterback don't mess it up, we about to do this. But you got the NFL and they little bull jive with Kansas City. And don't show that damn Taylor Swift crap during the damn game.
Oh, they gonna do it.
Every time they score, I want to look. Damn the damn bleach. I don't want to look at her.
They gonna do it. And you know that for me,
dude, come on, man. She ain't playing.
Hey, for me, that's the reason why you won't see me cheering for Kansas City because they show her up there in the box too many times. It's like, okay, we get it. She's dating Travis Kelce. We get it. Move on. You know what I'm saying? At this point, y'all know she's dating her. Let the fans that's in that area wave and take the pictures. The people who want to view the game, let us focus on the halftime show, the commercials, the game, and you know, if you're gonna show some celebrities, show all the other celebrities. Don't put the focus on her.
And her fan base that might say, well, y'all hate. No. They don't do this to nobody else famous that be in the damn arena.
Yeah.
So well, I don't care if she dated one of them. They barely showed Tom Brady's wife when he was married to her all the time when he did stuff. Because we want to watch football. We don't care about your people. That's your personal business.
President Trump gonna be there.
Oh, that's gonna be interesting.
Yep, President Trump gonna be there. So that security. If people smart, I don't know. You know that being in New Orleans, if they open the gates at 3, you better be there at 2:30 because there's gonna be a long, rigorous process.
Oh yeah, they gonna have that boy shut down.
They gonna have the dogs and everything else to get in there.
Well, hell, I already show him to show her.
Well, that's where I was going with it. And that's where I was going with it. It's like at this point, let's focus on the president 50 million times. We're gonna focus on somebody. Do that because I don't want to see this Taylor Swift 1,000 times. It make me turn the damn game off. Really,
I started watching Kansas City games. So I won't look at that.
I definitely don't look at that game.
I don't need to see every time they do something they show her. I'm good. I watch football. I don't watch who they dating.
Yeah, I agree. Let's see. If I had to give a score, I'm gonna go ahead and go with 31-27 Eagles.
Oh, see. I hope they get more than that because them type of scores, that's when the referees activate.
No, they gotta they got, because they're the former champions, they trying to make them be America's team. And I just don't see them letting them get blew out the water.
But they don't get blew out against Tom Brady.
But that was Tom Brady. He's the likable quarterback for everybody.
I'm like, these dudes soft.
Yeah, he's the likable quarterback for everybody, you know.
They beating y'all butt like this. And when you look at they wins, they win, but they're not a dominant team. Worst case scenario, they actually let them play fair and they win. No one's ever really going to talk about this team like they was a great dynasty when they won. They would make runs late in the game and win the game. Because sometimes they'd be losing. Last two titles they won, they were losing in the fourth inning. Just made some hell of a plays at the end and won the game. It wasn't like the Cowboys and the other great teams where they just beating your ass, man. How much more is y'all going to take? We know they're going to win the title, but they just keep, come here, I ain't done. We got 2 more quarters.
Keep pounding.
You don't see that type of dominance from them when they play. It's just they're down by 10. All right, they got a field goal. Or they're going to make, fumble. They scored. Okay, they done something. Now he going to have to make a drive to win. Like, okay. But most of this game, you didn't look like you was going to win. That's a dynasty. You know, Shaq, Kobe type stuff, like, oh, no, they molly bopping y'all.
Well, Kansas City in the very beginning of the season, at one point they was looking like they was about to be the laughing stock, coming from the former champion to this year. They was first looking like, man, y'all keep playing like this, you might not even make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And I forget what week it was, but they started. They won close games, but they started winning because I seen people's defense get to Mahomes a lot more often this year. So they definitely probably work on their O-line in his offseason.
Well, they're probably moving away from him too because you need more stars. I mean, other than it being football, there's not too many people that, I got to watch them play. When you had Tom Brady and Peyton Manning and they're playing for a conference finals, everybody tuning in. Patrick Mahomes versus Josh Allen, you'll watch it, but it ain't it's a must-see. This ain't must-see TV. You're not about to see both of these dudes just slug it out, having 400 yards each type deal. You ain't going to see that type of action. Like the old school quarterbacks where, they about to air this thing out. They're going to play within their offense. It'd be a cool game, but ain't going to be he got 3 touchdowns the first half. Second half, old boy can't be hit 4. So it ain't like, I got to see that. And they need more stars. They need Lamar Jackson to start getting to the Super Bowl to market him more. Because he's won 2 MVPs. But he do have a fan base that like him. So you think of football right now, there's no one like, I gotta see them. And you always have at least about 5 or 6, whether there's defense or offense, must-see TV. I can't name 3 people that, other than watching Lions, I gotta see this quarterback or this defensive player. No, you had so many players, I gotta see them play. Right now, I watch football, but I don't care to see that dude. I mean, can you name like 3 people that you gotta see play in the NFL? You gotta sit there and watch it.
To make me watch it, man, like I said, this year, I did catch myself watching Philly games because of Saquon and what he was able to do. Let me think of somebody else who was special that I tuned in several times. I tuned in, of course, to the Lions games this year. I just thought that what they was doing when they came up with the Sonic and Knuckles, I thought that was creative when they was talking about Gibbs and Montgomery. So that was team 2. As far as team 3, I think I would have to say, crazy enough, I started seeing the glimpses of this dude might take these dudes to the playoffs, that Jaden Daniels, for him being the rookie that he was. I see that was the, like by the time we got to like week 6, I was like, hey, maybe dude showing some glimpses of no fear. He keep that up, they'll be all right.
Now think about it. You didn't say none of the people they've been putting in our face.
Nope.
Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson.
Nope.
It was Joe Burrow until he started getting hurt for a minute.
Nope. None of them AFCers.
So the faces of the league that they tried to put in your face, this must-see TV, you didn't say none of them.
Nope. that ain't wasting my time watching. I watched.
Talk about the NBA. They have no star power right now.
I got the what they call it, the red zone.
Mm-hmm.
So I just watch the red zone because I don't like commercials.
I got you.
So I just like to go from the boop, boop, and they keep going to that. So that's what I do when it's NFL season.
But see, that's something they got to work on because before, Peyton Manning playing, watch that. Ray Lewis done playing, watch that. The Seahawks with the Legion of Boom, I watch. They had stuff that I got to see that.
Yeah.
Right now, well, I'd be mad if I ain't see Lamar play. Not really.
I think after this year's draft, you got Cam Ward, you got Shador. It's going to be some interesting QBs coming out that's going to change the game depending on what friend. So this upcoming season will be more interesting because teams will start, stacking up. That who was lacking QBs, they'll fix that area. So we'll have some more intriguing games.
Yeah. Well, last words.
Last word, folks. Well, when we're looking at people who say I do, I just feel like if you're going into this thing playing with the man or playing with the woman's heart, be careful because there's a show out there called Snapped. And it ain't pretty. When you actually watch some of them episodes, the reenactments of some of those stories, when somebody blacks out, they black out. And fortunately, Buddy didn't black out and it wasn't a situation like that. But we're living in a day and time where you hearing and reading these stories every day. And it's almost becoming common. I just feel like we grown. Be real with who you dating. If you know you on that BS, just be real. Hey, don't even take me down that aisle because I'm on this. I ain't the one. I'm a scammer. I'm gonna do XYZ. I think it's just time to be real. When it comes to us in our community, I think it's time for us folks to start really having real conversations. Unity, how we can boost our community, how we can build in our community. Like you was talking about Africa Town. There's a good book I recommend everybody out there. It's called Powernomics by Dr. Claude Anderson. He gives you all of the things that we need to build in our community. Anybody out there serious, that's the book we need to be picking up and getting into small groups to discuss it and how we need to get the funding. Last but not least, when it comes to the game, no matter where you are, if you watch it, if you don't watch it, but those who are watching, just go out there, have fun. If you're leaving the household, drink safely. Don't go out there speeding, especially if it's snow back at home. Arrive to your destination safely and arrive home safely. No need to go over there. If you know you're going to turn up, just take you a Lyft or Uber. That's the best thing you could do. That's my words. Y'all have a good night and have fun tomorrow and enjoy yourself.
My final words will be start acting grown in love, relationships, and your finances. Because at some point you got to grow up and start thinking better. A lot of resources out here to help you. And football, hopefully it's not a WWE storyline and they let them play fair. And we don't leave the game saying, well, I mean, it was 12 against 1. What can Philly do? Let them play rough. If Patrick Mahomes and them are that good, they don't need your assistance. They can just go whoop. It'll be a great game. People watch it, enjoy the commercials, the fellowship, go home. But y'all come with that bull jive. That's the only thing. Because that's the only thing people talked about with the Bills game.
Yeah.
Man, it's them against the rest. What can they do? Like, and no one talked about y'all beating them on the Super Bowl. Everybody talking about how y'all cheated them. And that came good for your product where you're thinking this stuff is rigged. Thank you for business. Can't be good for Vegas.
100%.
You know. We hope y'all enjoy yourself. Reshare the episode. Tell a friend. We'll be back next time.
Y'all have a good night. What?